Welcome back, everyone. I'm Shinigami Tabris, also known as Boomer, and tonight we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're not sponsored by anyone. We do this all for fun and games, so yeah, have fun.
Speaking of fun and games.
Speaking of fun and games,
Games.
our lovely friend Brian missed the Tokyo treat thing, and we intentionally left you some treats. And one of them is mochi.
Taro mochi. Get a knife.
Yeah.
Then you will have to try.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, he ate all of it.
he ate the whole thing. Oh, his face.
By the way, my daughter is a big fan of the little beads.
Oh.
What's it taste like, Brian?
Purple sweet potato.
Oh.
Purple sweet potato chips are actually pretty good.
The dust on it took all of the moisture out of my mouth.
Yeah. I have to hydrate with those. You weren't supposed to eat this part.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Here's you,
Sweet cheap.
I don't trust you, and why does it look like a butthole?
You just spit in your mouth
and blow.
and blow.
Oh, Emma?
Yeah.
Oh. But now is the perfect time to start. I can't fucking speak.
Get a drink. You want a water?
I don't want to ruin theirs. But...
It's not good.
It avoided all of it because of that powder. That was such a weird feeling. It's like the mochi was hydrophobic. And the powder's still in my mouth, so if I take a swig, it's just going to be sitting on there.
Anybody else want one of the candies?
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. What are they?
Oh,
I can't.
They're very easily breakable. I'm speaking to it now.
give me my druid levels now. It's a really, really big whistling sweet tart.
Yep.
Those are good.
It's a sweet birthday. That's hollow on the inside.
They had like a filling or something in it, right? Maybe just a little
There you
bit.
go.
What's that one? Which one was that one?
It looks like a sun-dried testicle. Please don't be fish. Please don't be fish. Please don't be fish.
To be fair, we didn't have any fish.
I was expecting a jawbreaker.
Yeah, it's kind of weird texture too.
It's fucking delicious, but I was fully expecting a jawbreaker.
It's a premium Haichu.
Strawberry.
Yep.
You know
So
what?
you either get cheese puff, chocolate, or already chewed gum.
It's more like a taffy. It's just a very.
That was already chewed gum,
Oh, gotcha. I thought you meant that.
and this is just slightly better.
I think we got some other stuff that's like still Ziplocs that we can do later. But so last we left off on D&D.
We sold a thing that could possibly kill you if you weren't a bard.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Bangle.
so our days were uneventful until we were warned by paper birds,
That we thought were enemies.
paper cut birds that we thought were enemies, that the Avangala were ahead of us, and we couldn't take them. And we were given wax to put in our ears.
Wax, quote unquote.
Yeah.
The living wax.
Here we go, boys.
What was bad though is that we were trying to be honest and being cooperative with the Avangala, and they decided to attack us anyways. So we held them off long enough to where two of us were down,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody got earwax in their ears before Zarek just blew everyone's head off.
Literally.
Everybody's head was like, take a thumbtack to a balloon.
So then we looted the bodies, went to the fortification, and
We met Shit Bucket.
well, one of the ship buckets.
His name is canonically Shit Bucket to me.
We got a bunch of stuff identified, and now we're about to go party with the guy who identified stuff for us.
Junk.
Junk. Oh yeah, and we have to meet with their lieutenant. in the morning.
Hi.
I'm supposed to be doing stuff to
You get your incense, charcoal, and
Yeah.
brass booby holder, the brazier.
technically it also takes herbs, but I drew crap. I can just
So
I feel so bad for that guy that we have to sacrifice him. Herbert takes herbs.
you follow Junk through the town, and it is like a shanty tent town. And he takes you to this small section where, and it is nightfall. Like you're basically walking through via torches and fires. And when I say fires, like they have little campfires here and there, but they also have what look like the best way to word it is a fire in a barrel.
They have a funeral pyre.
But he takes you to a section where it's one large tent with a bunch of other tents attached to it. And he gets to the he goes to one of the smaller tents first, and like he taps on the pole, and he.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This guy speaks
Yeah, like-
Thorin.
Or Athorian.
Like he's from Aethorus, and he speaks a completely different language.
Alright, wasn't it?
Specifically, he's from Eleusis,
Yeah, Lucius.
because he didn't know the word illusions. Candle gave him shit for it.
He starts rattling off stuff in in a language you don't understand again,
Of course.
and the guy responds to him, and he so you have
Did you bring us to the gambling pits? Nice.
Onion is confused.
All he else doesn't usually gamble.
Well, I don't have anything to gamble.
That's right. Because you're in debt.
I'm in debt.
Best way to make your money back when you're in debt is to gamble.
Yeah, I have to gamble like everything. I only have 4 platinum. Like that's the most I
I
have.
gave you half of my treasure. How are you in debt?
Hmm?
I gave you half of my treasure.
I'm in debt by 5,000. What? Yeah.
He got dead and then
I've
got
got-
brought back to life again.
And I had to sign a contract. Sorry. I had to sign a contract to, repay that debt for bringing me back to life. So,
I think I would have just preferred to stay dead.
That's
Didn't
why we
really have a
hold-
choice.
That's why we hold off on the stories because Junk wants us to tell everybody, even though we were supposed to be going drinking, not gambling.
Maybe the same area.
I don't know how to do this
I tap
gambling thing.
the coin pouch like I've got him.
Hey. Oh. So fight. And he like pulls out a copper piece.
I can do that. Wait, no, I can't. I only have 3.
2 silver. Sing.
Oh, you only 4.
4,
Yeah.
8, 12, 16.
Yeah, 2 silver. One more.
I pull out 2 silver and I pay for Junk as well.
When you do that, he's already like fished out and he holds out the 4 copper. And when you enter the tent, like the first thing that you see is like they've got a little rack with a lot of swords, and there's a guy that's standing at the other end of the tent and you can see into it that it goes into the big tent, and inside the big tent there are tons of tables that are with lots of people sitting at them. You can't tell what's going on at each table, but it's loud and raucous inside. And the guy standing in front of the flap goes, no weapons.
Tink, tink, shink, tink.
I just hold up my
I'm
hand.
literally wearing my.
It's very much in Rohan there at Theoden's Hall where everybody's just dropping all these weapons.
No, it's from the Lego Lord of the Rings where everybody just starts dumping all their weapons and it's just more and more and more and the guard gets crushed.
Yes.
So as you start pulling stuff out, he reaches over and grabs a little basket and like sets it in front of you.
I am specifically, while I'm handing the stuff over, I'm scanning for shit bucket.
Give me a perception check.
Fuck, I have to get my dice. Sorry, I kind of forgot. Like, today's been weird, man. Is it Thursday yet? I don't know.
So let's see. I have 2 daggers, a longbow, rapier, and a short sword. So I have 6 weapons to drop.
I would say that a will to live also counts as a weapon, so leave that at the door too.
Do I see like any arcane foci in there, or am I allowed to keep that on me?
Damn it.
It all looks like swords,
I have 2 weapons.
daggers,
I don't have anything.
2 weapons.
axes.
Yes.
I'm unequipping all my shit.
Yeah. Debating on leaving my
Um,
daggers equipped just because I can summon them.
So you leave everything?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. As you start to walk by, the guy like barely taps each of you, and like when he does, there's a slight ding, ding, ding. When he taps Junk, it and he, no daggers, no nothing, Junk. And he like pulls out a small dagger and like throws it into one of the. And then he taps him again and ding.
Still not allowed in. Like, pistol weapon, you can't come in.
I'm not a monk.
Or you hit the hardest out of everybody here.
The closest I have to a weapon is a tiny hammer for the kitten. I don't. I gave my offensive things away. So
Oh, wow.
As Junk enters,
Strong.
we drink,
Mhm.
Yes.
and
Yes.
he scans the room a second. And what was your perception?
8.
8. Nope, you don't see who you have deemed as to be shithead.
Shit bucket.
Shit bucket, whatever.
Not to feed.
It's like a toilet.
You rolled a natural 20 too.
Nothing normal.
There's my one for the night.
And Junk, he scans the room for a second, and then he takes off towards a corner. Do you guys follow?
Yeah.
As you walk through the, I'd say it's a room. Like I said, it's a large tent.
We're the motley crew of color in a giant sea of red.
No, there are other people that are here.
Specifically, are there gaunt-looking people?
Define gaunt-looking people.
Like the people that we saw in Farron,
Uh,
who decided to do acts of terrorism?
no.
Okay. Because it was a mixture of them and other people in the township before we left.
Yes.
That was why I was curious.
As you're walking around, you notice that at each table there is a bunch of people either talking, playing cards, playing dice. There's all sorts of things going on at each table, and it's not necessarily all the same. And it does look like there are sometimes multiple parties at one table.
Cool.
Where like one group's playing cards and another group's playing dice right next to each other. And
Pull out a cardboard screen and set it up. Okay, guys, so today's session we're going to be doing...
Offices and management.
Yeah, you, Junk, come over here. You're playing with us. And the DM gets to sit right there, and I move right there.
So he gets to a table, and there's about 4 people already there, and they've all got steins in front of them. And he sits down and so, Auntie, and they all look at him, and one of them puts up a finger, and he goes, oh. Hi, low. So, 1 silver, please.
Is it
Chink.
1 silver minimum?
Chink.
Yes.
And Onion just kind of stares.
Too bad you're involved, Onion. I'm paying everybody's way in for this.
So you put the silver down.
Yep. I put down 5 silver.
As
Told
you
Junk I'd pay for him for a game as well.
as you
Sure.
put the money down,
Oops.
another person, like not the one that's been making the motions, they sweep up the 5 silver, and they take off to the other side of the tent.
You son of a bitch.
They come back, and they've got 5 steins.
Wait, what?
What are we drinking?
Liquid courage.
I was supposed to say. What it,
They put the 5 steins down, and you ask what they're drinking. Junk goes,
Piss water.
swill.
Ugh. Well, let's still get you drunk.
I think I would have rather ate a raw bird.
Junk starts to drink it and looks at you, and you no drink?
Not that.
What you drink?
God. We want to know too, because we don't know.
I like my drinks to be very red.
Wine and grape juice.
Bad.
Here, I can
We
do
have
that.
empty?
Thumb and just
And the guy that he looks at again with the word "we have ante," and the guy,
do silver. Just kidding. It's 2 platinum for a glass of wine.
2 silver?
You hand him 2 silver.
Mhm.
Again, once he doesn't touch it. Somebody else picks up the 2 silver, takes off, and Junk sits down and he's stories.
Yep.
You tell story, we tell story. Not you. He mute.
That explains it.
Oh,
Shadow be, and he like slaps the guy on the
The
back.
mute guy's name is Chatter.
Shadow be the best in the tower. He outdrink us all. And the guy like looks up at him like Jesus Christ, and it is that like, really, you're gonna put okay, and he just like salutes and starts to drink.
Now that we're sitting at a place of semi, like, we can rest and relax a bit, the panic is really setting into Basil now. Of like, what the fuck has happened the entire time? Double fisting.
yeah. There you go.
So after a couple of seconds, the guy comes back with another mug of some sort of red liquid.
It's grape juice.
It tastes like wine. It's not good wine by any means.
$2 bin wine.
Oh no.
I
tried to muffle it because of the fuck.
prestidigitation it to make it taste a little bit better. Spice it up.
Oh yeah, that's right. With prestidigitation, you can also give it an odd odor.
I just make it taste different.
Also, like, holy fuck, the power of that cantrip that I never realized.
Oh yeah.
Harmless
In-
sensory effect. You're itchy.
Yeah, and the whole press thing,
Immediately
prestidigitation
start
was
pressing.
basically the entire form that Frank wore with
Nice.
because there are just so many things you could do there.
The feeling of chili powder up your nose.
So
Just make some of the
sorry.
things really small.
Who wants to go first?
We're gonna go in reverse. Because Junk told me to shut up, that we have more stories than we thought.
Well, I get the feeling I have more stories than any of you.
Hey, you got 20 years worth.
One.
Well, yeah.
So who's gonna tell the first story?
Shit.
Psycho just
Would
looked
you
at
like
you.
to? We all look to you. You're just basically the party leader at this point.
Fuck, what story should I tell?
Make it a good one.
Need it be a story about ourselves, or could it be one that we've heard?
If you want to get into rumors,
It's not a rumor. I met the person.
rumors, we have many. We have books of the rumors. Stories are not rumors.
This is the tale of Cress. This is a tale of 4 friends who went into the mountain of dwarves to find...
Actually, I think that heating, basically saying, needs to be a story you experienced. Onion will start recounting,
Okay.
albeit embellishing the ending to make it sound less cowardly.
Okay. Of
Running away like a chicken?
And they are going to be sort of grandiose about it.
where are you starting from?
To abandon a priest of all gods with a dragon?
Anyway, I'm going to start from basically as far back as I have clear details of what they told me.
Okay. So
Which,
you're gonna tell the story of Chris.
yes.
Okay.
And for those of you who would like to know, feel free to rewatch the Caustic Tales of Crest.
There's a whole playlist.
Um. So Onion starts talking, and for you three, it is your first time to hear like this story of him of people going into a mountain looking for some sort of treasure.
Oh, they went into the fucking mountain. We encountered a mountain entrance and we said, fuck that. Went around it.
We went over the...
So I must say that you.
Oh my god, we went over the mountain and through the woods.
You were more clever than they were. Granted, one,
One of them was just an
granted, the
asshole.
most intelligent of them was a 13-year-old.
What?
I mean, I've heard of some child prodigies, but damn.
Yeah, that guy dummy and sure was an asshole.
So he tells the story of them going into the mountain looking for treasure, and for answers to things. He's sort of, even though he actually was there, they never gave him a really good rundown, anyways.
Yeah.
So it is this like loose like opening,
Oh,
and then it gets to where like, and he wakes up from a table with alarms going off and
clockwork men, or clockwork half men.
yeah.
You saw a Clockwork Goliath.
Oh, yeah.
That was apparently like the father figure of the 13-year-old.
And then he goes into details about a thing that he's calling a dragon. And when he gets to the dragon, Junk and like everybody else like sort of looks at each other, and they look at you and they
What would you call a giant black winged lizard that breathes acid?
Also
Junk
talk to you.
Junk then turns to one of them and like says a couple of words in Aethorin, and then he no, right down, right down.
And the story
But you survived.
narrowly.
The wizard sacrificed himself by teleporting him out of the mountain.
The paladin jumped in and basically kept the dragon distracted as it was eating the 13-year-old.
Oh,
Oof.
At this, the one chatter like taps one of the ones next to him and starts doing all these hand signs, and it's super quick like motions, and the guy goes, so he wants to know if you how big.
how big was it?
He was like young, wasn't it?
Which, based on dimensionality, would basically be the size of about 8 fully grown humans.
The guy does some more hand motions, and he so we still skeptical if you tell truth.
I mean, that's your prerogative.
And one of them, like the guy that is talking, he turns to Junk and says something else, and they throw her into Junk, and Junk like shakes his head, and he goes, "So, Junk, not part of company before we thought small house that fly, not acid, lightning. As you call dragon.
Which color was it?
Lightning. It is a small house. Look like a river.
It was blue.
Um,
I don't know. There was that one river we saw when we were coming out this way that had weird tree thing in it. That it was just black oil all through.
Well, that was because of the tree, though.
Do we know that, or was it all just soaking into the tree?
I don't know. You were the only one who
It's
saw
a river
it.
of tar.
I remember you were the only one who saw it.
True.
Blue ones do lightning?
Good to know.
I guess the big blue ones do.
Blue dragon's lightning.
it kill 40 men.
Oh,
Fuck me.
Yeah, you're not really my type.
Well, to be
A few more
fair,
of those.
I do have some teleportation magic that helped me get out.
And when you say that, like Junk's eyes like perk up, and you teleport.
I'm a fae.
You are funny ear, yes.
No, I am a latrin. I am from the realm of the fae.
You funny ear, yes.
He gives no fucks.
Like another world type. But
Right, funny ear. All funny ears do weird stuff.
well, to me, you're the ones with funny ears, but
No. We.
Actually, him saying that. How many people have clipped ears sitting at the table?
Give me a perception check.
Hey, told me to have 3 more. Hey, sweet. 20.
2.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't really just like point it out, but
Yeah.
maybe, maybe not.
and there's a brief moment of recognition on Onion's face, and then a brief moment of horror. That's actually something people do.
Sadly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty.
A lot of people in my hometown have.
That's pretty fucked up.
Well, I think I made the right choice by aligning with Zarek.
That's not an Ebony Gauntlet or like Zarek thing.
It's just general racism.
It's the general way of the people on this continent.
Mm-hmm.
Sad but true.
Mm-hmm. Did you not notice it when you were with that group?
I didn't have a chance.
I was in a mountain, we fought a dragon, and then I hid out in the woods for 20 years.
What years? Oh.
He funny ear type.
Mm-hmm.
They live longer.
Mm.
If you never met. So, my story.
Please go ahead.
Junk then regales you with the tale of a battle where the company is sieging a castle. And it's the tale of him, and he lists like tons of names, and every time that he lists a name, it is the like, you're like, there's no way somebody's named, where it's like there's Crow, Candle, Weezer, Bashful, like he's got all these names that's just going through,
My name is Onion. I do not think any of this is weird in the slightest.
The only thing I want to know is what happened to Whistle. That's all I care about. Fuck Kentar. Fuck Crusher. Ruby, I am curious about a little bit. But what happened to Whistle?
But he gets through all of, he's talking about all these people, but it ends with him talking about how him and Candle use their magic to, like, bring down part of the castle on top of the leader. And since the opposing army had no one to guide them, that they ended up winning. And he, Auntie! And he, like, pulls out a silver.
Silver.
I finished the second stein and will order another.
I think.
Is it just one or two?
It's 2 for the wine. It's 1 for the
Swill?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure I heard that right.
Put the 2 down.
Yep.
They bring, basically, for everybody that throws down a silver, they bring another glass. And while they're waiting, Junk looks over and he, Chatta! Aunties! And he, like, pops his hand twice and then does, and he, deep it!
You want another story?
Yes. That's why we are here. While we wait.
Well,
Let's see.
we can lay it up right there. I'm from a little town to the north. Let's see. We're like, Baron is here. We're up here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, little north along the coast, called Dunloren.
Dunloren.
It's not a great village, but it's not tiny either.
He taps one of them and he, go get Weezer. Well done, Lord. And the little guy gets up and, like, takes off.
Mm-hmm.
Go!
Well, I ended up being an investigator in Farron, investigating magical deaths. The reason being, my baby sister, Ailir, was a wizard. But not trained. Part of those rogue groups.
Me.
Is he like a rogue? Oh, yeah, pretty much so. She fell in with a bad crowd though, and some bastard killed her in a magical, which of course inspired me to try and investigate and maybe join the Evan Gauntlet. But just a few hours ago, I was confirmed that I don't fucking want to join them. Because they attacked us for no fucking reason.
No, they
Not one that was apparent or given to us.
You make big boom.
No.
Big boom. And like the guy doing the hand gestures does the hand gestures a little bit, and he crow call. And he like him and like he starts doing the hand gesture. He's real slow on him, and like it is like he's trying to figure out a word that it is the like and the guy like and he from chatter he shows he does.
Not quite following.
Oh no, it was the other guy that knew Sylvan. Shit.
He thinks for a
Wasn't talking
second,
about a continent.
and then he
Jellyfish?
Casting spells?
Summoning?
Mm.
The
Oobleck?
Ooblecks. Oh, yeah. The thing. Zerek summoned the guy who summoned the Ooblecks.
Zarek summoned. Mute Boy summoned Pretentious Prick.
Who summoned
Who-
blind monsters.
Eradicated Mudbark.
this prick. He big boom.
Yeah, there was a loud sound.
You did big boom?
We did not.
You want the big boom.
We were just his escort, bro.
Yeah,
Not willingly.
we were literally just standing there when the fuck happened.
No. Pretentious prick. He calls for those trained sees spells
Mm-hmm.
igloo halfway across continent.
Oh,
Oh!
fucking hell.
Well, that
Again.
makes sense.
Not apparent to us.
Right, you part of Big Boom.
Mm.
Big Boom. That's no.
Yeah.
Mm.
You be yeah, pretentious prick. Yeah. Leave like smell. But
Sweet, we have a magic residue
Aura?
stuck to us.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
The trace.
How fan-fucking-tastic.
Well, that's good to know.
They go away soon.
Is it like a bath or a cleansing ritual?
Just time.
Nah.
You don't look that bad.
Well, being a man of the law, we weren't doing anything to be attacked.
We actually got arrested, and our story proved true,
And they were trying to kill it.
and they wanted to still kill us for it. Which brings me to my story, actually. We rudely interrupted.
No, that was finishing it up. There
Oh, okay,
Just me
cool.
saying, fuck being on the open gauntlet.
Yeah. I am going to avoid my backstory. And instead talk about going to Mudbark to speak to the Oracle, finding out it's a hag, and then speaking to a goddess, being lost for what we thought was a week, coming back 3 months later to that's it.
When you're talking about it, when you get to the point of the
And I'm
goddess,
being fully honest.
right? When you get to the point of the goddess, like, is it something you're trying to boast about, or is it just
No.
like, okay,
I'm not trying to boast about it, and it's one of those like she even had 2 pet owlbears.
odd story, and that he like at that he like makes a motion, and you see Crow coming through the corners, and he's got a guy who's like well dressed with him. That should not be like he does not look like he fits into this area at all.
Hi, my name's Tim.
And he sits down and you be goddess. We give you God. And he pats the guy, and the guy like shakes his head and he's, I'm not a god, I'm just a saint. There's a difference.
You're a
You're a what?
So Basil's not like hyper religious. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Basil knows a bit about the gods and goddesses. Does this saint resemble anybody?
Onion does not know the difference between a saint and a god.
To fully describe the man, he's a little plump. He has a small beard, brown hair, well dressed. He has a small bag on his back,
Are there maps?
and he looks over and he's, so I was brought over for what exactly? And Drunk goes, down
Dunloring.
Dunhole.
Dunloring.
Dunhole.
From Dunghole.
And
The swill is starting to kick in just a little bit.
the guy looks at you and goes, right, point. It's north of here.
Oh my god, it is St. Cole.
Just fucking what I said.
And he, what? Mouth! Really? So he reaches into his bag and pulls out a small map and, like, sets it down and he goes, right here. And, like, he points to it and then he pulls out another map and it's even more detailed and shows the city and,
Those
like,
Google Maps, cool.
yeah.
So you're St. Cole.
That's, yes.
Wait a minute.
St. Cole is the one who mapped the entire world.
Yeah, but
Saint Cole of lore and secrets.
And yeah. But St. Cole is the one who mapped the entire world.
Huh.
that's really cool.
So what else am I here for? Story. Which one? I have thousands.
We have a description of St. Cole. Cool. Old St. Cole was a mighty old soul. A mighty old soul was he.
He looks at Junk. Pick one of your favorites. I'll start there. And Junk. The fire dude. You know, rock, fire, elementals. Right. And Cole then proceeds to talk about a story of him going out with adventurers, and it ends with the rock elemental stepped on multiple of his party's heads to make sure that they were dead.
Aw.
Luckily, Faison was nice enough to save him.
Wow. Rock monsters. We got dragons, we got rock monsters.
Dragons and rock monsters and hags and goddesses. And
Is there anything else that I'm needed for currently? And Junk, no, we just show off.
Oh, sorry, she's not a goddess. She was another saint.
Right.
So are you just like hanging out with
So
them?
I
or-
would have actually known the difference between
Whether
Lice being a goddess or a saint.
okay.
Because Lice is one of the ones that I do pray to.
He no, I get the rare chance of going somewhere with this group to see something new.
Oh. This one's here from somewhere new.
He looks over at you and like, Alondran, Feywild, nothing new.
While he's
You
looking
just-
over Onion, I would like to be looking at his map to see if Bloom Meadows is marked.
It is.
Fuck. I'd rather that place like not be all that well known. That's where a lot of runaway slaves are.
Wait, so he says the Ladrin.
Yeah.
He was new to me. So.
Well, about what was it? And he starts like pulling out maps and like just pull, and it is he doesn't fully pull it out. Like he like opens the corner and like, I think it was 1,200 years ago that I made it to the Feywild.
What's that all?
Did you?
You have a map of
Do you
the
have
Feywild
one?
as well?
For the time that I was there, yes. The downfall is it's ever changing, more so than the way our world changes, and I really don't feel like spending another 4,000 years in a hostile environment.
Hostile environment.
Sounds about right.
I suppose it would be rather hostile to people who are not native.
It's hostile to even the natives, but they don't like each other.
To be fair, I'm from a
Sealy.
rather secluded portion of
Unsealy.
it. Yeah.
Might be possible.
Surrounded by mountains on all sides.
So, which of the four of those?
The Masterless Forest.
Oh, that one. That was not a fun one to go through either. But what you described, there's many of those in the Feywild. Lots of places don't like to be found. They move sometimes. That becomes a problem.
Imagine for a map. For someone who likes to make maps.
It's not necessarily maps as much as the information, knowing where to go when you need to.
You get used to it.
The saint of lore and secrets. The one who mapped the world. Like, the swill is starting to kick. Basil doesn't drink often. And he's been so it's time.
Looking at John. I don't suppose this place has like a mead or something, do they? Honey?
Shush. You drink what you drink. I would not recommend it.
Stick with the swill then.
I wouldn't recommend that either, but okay.
Fix that.
Your swill tastes slightly of honey.
Not sure if that makes it better or worse.
No, it doesn't taste slightly funny. It just straight tastes like honey, but watery.
Don't do that again.
Hey, check out what I can do. And I just snap at it. All I've done is snapped at it. That's it. So, St. Cole,
Yes.
what would it take to get a map from you?
I don't provide my maps to anyone.
Okay.
He's a
'Cause
fan.
I need a good map. That's,
He's a fan.
I don't have
There are numerous cartographers that I would recommend.
Oh,
In Farron, there's one that might still have decent stuff. Most of them I would recommend not being on this.
I mean, if their shop even exists, Farron did kind of get blown up.
No, it's still there.
Let's see, there's only parts of it.
Basil's talking openly about Farron.
So
Okay.
from Baron.
Okay.
But I know what shopkeeper he's talking about. Just
There's
the region.
there's only 2 cartographers in all of Farron, so it's one of the 2.
Okay.
Both of them are run down like
Yeah,
crap holes, or that's what they appear to be.
right. So I know 2 of them, or of the 2 that are there. So I can show you them if we ever get back.
Oh, another thing is that I was hoping to find out where there's like a portal thing to the Feywild when Onion's ready to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that moves too.
Onion said Onion came through a portal, doesn't know where it was because Onion woke up tied to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Masterless Forest. It moves around. Currently, and like he pulls out like another chart and like another map and starts looking at it. And like this one, it's like stars, and he's like moving it around and like moving stuff on top of it. And
That's
it's
one of them, like
basically-
the spinny sharks.
yeah, and
Cool.
he's floating it around, and like he gets it to a point, and he currently the opening would be somewhere on the Lefrays.
Oh.
In the middle of the ocean.
Alright. Well, right now that doesn't really matter anyways because I can't go home until I find my brother.
At first.
I've lost my sister too. I understand the loss of a sibling.
That first too.
You, you haven't by chance met someone who looks very similar to me, have you?
What time frame?
It's hard time measurements because I was in the Feywild when it happened. It was they probably got here about 40-ish years ago.
In the last 40 years.
Old are you?
I'm an elf.
Okay.
So I don't know. Time doesn't work the same way in the Feywild.
Happy birthday.
It may very well be.
I think you're cut off.
Cut me off when I cut.
You don't have a weapon.
Anyways,
Start playing.
40 years. No, I don't think so. It is a very large continent, and with how that portal moves, could be on another continent.
Looks like you're gonna have to go on a world trip.
I think he's cut off too.
Maybe you have just the one, right?
I got all the
Okay.
time.
19-year-old at a frat party, man.
Yeah.
Junk is like, Auntie!
I put down another silver.
Just drink this. Do you have water as well?
Well,
Okay, no.
I was hoping that he was like, fire water? Yeah. Oh, okay.
when you say that, Junk, like, he does. He laughs and yes, we have water.
I don't like your laugh with that, so never mind.
I'll have a
One
water.
copper.
Oh.
It's dirty water.
You pissed in it, didn't you?
I went ahead and ordered a water. So there's
I was
the
ordering.
silver that I owed for the Annie, and then I put down another silver for this one, and then the copper.
I'll just have another swell.
The little guy runs off, comes back with a bunch of different mugs, again filling up for Chatter, Junk, and whoever puts in money.
Onion still has probably about.
Every time that I've put down money, have all of them been getting refilled?
Yes.
That motherfucker. We've been buying his drinks.
Probably.
So I've paid for like I paid for 4 rounds. You paid for a couple.
It's fine.
This time he brings back 2 brown tankards, and like sets them down. And Junk goes, "Your water." It's a clear liquid.
Checking spells.
Doesn't have a smell.
I'll go ahead and just drink it.
You do?
Yeah.
How much of it do you drink?
Oh god. Well, first it's just like the 1 gulp. If it's water,
No taste to it.
3 more and then set it back down. So I've got 4 gulps out of it.
It's
That I'm going to be
vodka.
mixing between. Well,
How much of it do you drink?
I was just gonna take a sip
Okay.
and just test the waters there.
Okay. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's vodka, isn't it?
hey, that's 13 on the die. So, like, that skills. Wrong one. Stop!
He's broken.
No, like, the screen keeps zooming in. 15.
15. As you after you set it down from having the gulps, it all of a sudden you feel this harsh burn start from your stomach and then come up, and it is a moment of oh god, it's worse than whiskey or vodka that you've ever had. It is turpentine.
It's Everclear.
Yes,
It's moonshine.
sort of.
The harder moonshine.
And
Yeah, alright.
This stuff will make you stumble. This stuff will give you 4-wheel drive. You're on your hands and knees just.
How did they hide that?
it's water.
Looking at his face, that's not fucking water.
And at this, Cole is chuckling. And when you ask a bunch of drunks to give you water, you're gonna get what they consider water.
Mm.
The secret is to bring your own your own pouch. And he holds up a wineskin.
Less,
I have a water skin.
The only thing that I have on me right now is my studded leather. I would have left everything.
less
at
than
the
one
tent.
from St. Cole.
And don't forget a towel.
Eventually, we gotta get a boat.
And I do recommend bringing your own tankard. And he taps it. And he taps all of the others, and the color of the drink starts to change.
Have we been drugged?
Yes and no. You're going to sleep very well. Good luck meeting any early appointments you have tomorrow.
Well, we had a short rest before this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Just stay up all night. It's fine.
When we leave, I am going to cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
You're awesome. Because you have 2nd level spells. So do you.
Yeah, but I don't have those spells.
You can prepare them. You
However,
just don't have them prepared today.
however, I would like to kind of look at St. Cole and say, you seem to know something about the Feywild's denizens. What season do you think I'm in right now?
What do you mean?
Legends go through seasons.
Uh, Are you off season, or are you worried about your off season?
I'm just curious.
I don't see any seasons.
Just saying,
I
just
get it. Season, come on.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious to see what your answer is. And I'm going to be rolling an insight to see if he knows what I actually am.
Paprika!
Give me an insight roll.
Or if he has an inclination that there's something off, at the very least.
Onion.
My seasons are not very intense, so I'm just kind of curious.
That was my wife's nickname.
Basil.
That'd be an 11.
11.
Yeah.
He looks at you for a second, and
Basil said that out loud.
and he like pulls out, like he looks down at his star chart again, and he goes, "You should be close to spring."
What does that mean?
You're starting to bloom!
The legends go through seasons. It can affect their magic and their personalities. Mine have always been rather weak. Not really having that strong of an effect.
That's pretty effective.
I wouldn't say weak magic, that shit helps.
Yeah.
While St. Cole and Onion was talking, Basil was trying to, like, swap the wine and the fire water.
Give me a sleight of hand. At
At
disadvantage.
Disadvantage for sure.
Doesn't get much worse.
It might.
It was a 3. It's now a 1.
With
Sleight of hand makes that a 5.
so as he goes and like you see Basil like start to reach over like with his mug and like he knocks over yours and like as he does the water like also goes across and like it's just all over you.
Slight lore question: is there like a punishment afterlife?
Yes.
What would that be?
It'd
Or like, is it a plane? Like,
it'd go in like to the abyss.
so it'd be the abyss. Okay.
Yeah.
Basil, do you know what my dear father used to say about spilling alcohol like that? When you die and you meet one of your favorite saints, you're gonna stick your head in a fucking barrel, all the alcohol you've ever wasted, and if you drown, to the abyss with you.
They won't see me.
Well, I'm going to take that chance. And I'm going to take whatever half-empty tankard is around and just
That's gonna wait. Do you have wounds, right?
don't stop your healing.
Serve that. I put 2 more silver on the table and order them another wine.
Thank you.
Empty.
No more empty.
I believe mine stayed.
I still have my swole though. That's the thing.
At this, he like pulls out a silver, tosses it down.
The thing is, this is very appropriate for like being at a bar because you don't realize how much you spent until you re-look at your wallet.
Yeah. Crow disappears, comes back with more drinks, and like sets a tankard in front of everybody.
Bip.
Just gonna take my tankard.
I'm just saying, the dice has rolled 2 3s and a 1 tonight.
And when Cole gets hit, it looks down, and there's one in front of him also, and he pushes it into the middle of the table, and he goes, "I think I'm done for the night." And like he takes his few maps that are out on the table, puts them back into his bag, stands up, and like starts to just walk away.
It was nice meeting you.
Very nice to meet you.
Mhm.
Are all the saints as nice as you and Lice?
What?
He's already.
The
Who are you
goddess of
talking
truth
to?
that we met. She's a saint.
No, the way you said you were talking, it slurred so perfectly, like you actually were drunk.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He's not. Who are you talking to?
Oh.
So at this, you
Maybe.
see when you say that, you see where Chatter starts doing his hand signs, and Crow like just without stopping a beat starts telling a story,
Hell yeah.
and he
It's the story of me spilling fire water in the middle of the drunk tent. I hope Shit Bucket is puking in a corner.
they talk about the time that they had to con Titanus into letting them pass a certain area. And it is basically saying that, like, not all things are nice.
Well, there you go.
Titanus the Strong.
Wait a
Yep.
second. What was that guy's name? The gnome dwarf thingy that was in Crest. What was his name? Like the leader. What was his name?
Of who?
When we were in the when
Durgeddon.
yeah.
Durgeddon was the leader of those dwarves, but we never
Okay.
found out who the one was. Or, sorry, Durgeddon was the one that was trying to ascend to godhood.
Okay,
No, we don't know if it worked or not.
I gotcha.
That Durgeddon was the one that symbol was on Sieg's scabbard that he was trying to find the sword for.
That's right. That's right.
And then Whistle pulled a book that had information about Durgeddon trying to ascend godhood and then fell off the face of history. And that was 20 years ago.
So how long are you guys going to stay?
I have not staying for much longer
Nope,
because
we're-
Seiko's like, yeah, might not wake up in the morning. It's like, no.
Yeah, no, we're done.
Finishing this one swill. The wine can go to either Crow or Junk. I don't care.
Yeah, Onion. Onion's just gonna leave with the party. Onion.
You're gonna be stumbling all the way to the
Damn straight.
tent.
Once we're in a clearer area, like away from tents, Onion's just gonna like lesser restoration on themselves.
So as you guys get to
That's
the
the second level spell.
Yes.
the front of the tent to get your stuff, the guy looks like they all look you over, and he goes, "No weapons for any of you."
Well, lucky I didn't have any to begin with.
You came in with junk, right?
I wouldn't call my bow junk, but
The fellow that was with us.
oh,
Junk will deliver in the morning.
sorry.
None of you are safe to have pointy objects.
I wouldn't say all of us, but alright.
You had the. He's looking at a sheet and he goes, 2.5, 2.5, 2.
Long
Oh, you also had water.
Had a sip.
You had water.
Mhm.
You had 4 in the water.
Yeah.
No pointy objects for you. We hope we don't pick you up and gutter.
Oh no! Once we're out of the tent,
Then you get to like grill Junk. I'm like, so where's my shit?
So,
Brought
What about
everybody
the
else.
daggers?
Where's my
as
daggers?
you all leave the tent, I need everybody to make a con save. Oh, and I need you because you did like a couple of gulps of water to give it a disadvantage.
18.
18?
Ooh.
So this is just like as we're walking out.
Yeah. 5? Well,
A flat 10.
10. 18. Okay.
I'm the only one who remains unaffiliated. Cool.
Yeah. The DC was 15. So anybody below a 15,
What was yours?
all of a sudden,
12.
and it is like you get about 5 steps away from the, and you felt a little like of the drink, but not really. But as soon as you get about 5 steps away from the tent, all of a sudden
It just hits you like a
it
fresh
hits you.
Wow, just like actual alcohol.
Uh,
Because when you're
and,
at your table, you're not that drunk. When you get up to go take a leak, bam!
and you are all very tipsy. You had a 5.
Very tipsy.
Psycho, like, whop into the ground.
Fucking hell, it's gonna be like herding cats.
Meow.
Hey, I can do that.
That would be funny. As hell.
Ah.
Be easier to carry if you could do that.
Alive.
It's like when you give a
Yeah.
cat the muscle relaxer.
If I was fully undead, this wouldn't be a problem.
Meow.
Yeah.
Um,
Gee, you can.
after like, and it is like you're trying to get them going. After a couple of minutes, a gentleman comes up behind you and he goes, "You first time?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
The tent has a spell. Keeps you sober."
That's fucked up.
Also makes any of the additives not hit you to leave.
What kind of additives do they put in there?
Depends on the day. The day.
We had heroin.
I was like, no, we had fucking meth.
Tonight, due to
That makes sense.
Mhm.
It's fucked up, but it makes sense.
Speaking of battle, who are the people out in the? And I point off in the direction where the encampment was outside of the city, off in the ways.
and he like spins around and he like stops and he.
Like if it was one of those like, are we still under active siege or not?
Your tent. Go fast.
Uh-huh.
He looks over at Psycho. He'll pay. And like reaches into his purse and pulls out a silver piece and walks back to the tent and like hands it over to somebody and they like grab a cart and come over and like they help hit and like
I was about to say, if I wasn't gonna get any help, I was gonna be like, Psycho, I need you to turn into a rat for a minute.
they toss Psycho into the back of the cart and they look at the at those two and go,
Am I too out of it to cast a spell?
you can tip 2. That DC is gonna be
Higher.
a lot higher now.
And it's the second level spell.
Oh god.
Onion was going to try anyway.
Give me one more level.
And now Onion is drunk, so they don't have the inhibition to stop.
Go for it.
I have fixed this.
Roll 1, you motherfucker.
14.
Well,
That's a restoration.
so you are no longer drunk.
That fixes that.
Um,
That's fucking handy.
Yes, it is.
The effects of the spell will not hit you now.
I'm pretty sure Psycho has never drank in his life.
And
We've had this before. Just probably not to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Psycho has never been drunk before.
Yeah, no.
you're safe. Nothing else happens. The guy that's got the cart, he taps Basil on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, I was already stumbling into the cart. And then on laying on his back, he's gonna try and mimic exactly what Onion did. I can't cast second level spells yet.
So
My friend isn't
One more
working.
level.
he looks at the guy with the cart, looks at you and goes, "You have pulled.
You can help pull.
Let's go. Lead the way." And he takes one side of it, and you take the other, and
Onion's gonna take up the rear, make sure nobody falls out.
the drunk guy is also following, and it is the like.
So Onion is babysitting him and making sure nobody falls out.
Onion's the mom friend.
You make it back to your tent, and
I'm pretty sure Psycho's doing this thing.
the one guy,
Oh no, you're out.
No, I was gonna say you'd be having spins if you did that.
yeah, he goes, "You need help with getting them in?"
I think we can. I think I can handle.
No, it's not
Yeah,
that
but
hard
that's
enough. I
how we-
already started grabbing Psycho's ankles
I
and
have
pulling
a
off the cart
flat tin. Sean is an average person.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can handle it.
while you're talking. I'm dragging Psycho off the cart,
You're like,
just face first
I
on the
am-
ground.
Fucking stop that! Go lay down.
Because
The guy takes it like
I am tiny,
when
but
the
I'm
cart
so
when the cart gets empty, he just starts
Fair.
walking off.
Thanks.
So you do need to remove a silver out of your pocket. As
I'm gonna look at my wall and be like, what happened to my money?
the drunk guy like stumbles over and it's your tent?
This is our tent, and we don't have any more room. I apologize.
I sleep right here.
right here. Yes. Okay.
You
I drunkenly try to set up my bedroll. We got in, dropped our shit off, and had a couple minutes to talk, and then we're taken.
I'm pretty sure that Psycho just sleeps on the floor. Like, just
Oh yeah,
nothing.
dude. Like, I didn't even try to drag you in. You're where you got dropped.
Yeah, I will. Jesus, I forgot how big you are.
I don't have much, but here, use the rope as a pillow, I guess.
Nick. And like that dude just curls up at the entrance of your tent and like passes out.
I'm going to put an asterisk next to my hempen rope.
Just in case.
So you're gonna get a long rest.
Thank you. I only get half of my hit dice back though.
Those that failed their drunk saves that are not cured
redundant.
of the give me another con save at disadvantage. Those that succeeded on their drunk save need another con save. Not you. Three.
Oh, that's the wrong die.
Oh wow.
On save.
10.
10. At disadvantage?
Yeah.
Wow. That's the DC.
Rolled a 1. So
I rolled a 3.
on a joke roll, just to test that thing out, I get a 20. And since then, I rolled 2 1s, 2 3s, and a 13.
So, morning comes. These two are still asleep.
Oh, should we kick him?
You are hungover,
Yeah.
but you do wake up.
Here, have a good berry. It might help.
Nom nom nom.
It tastes awful.
There's just a big old red mark right there in your forehead from where your head just went on the ground.
Why does my head
May or may not be vomit on your shoes.
hurt?
No, you were the only one who just passed out when we had left the tent.
Oh.
Basil got really drunk. Apparently I did, but magic.
After a couple of minutes of like you guys trying to wake them, they're not budging.
I'm not wasting a spell slot on you.
Spray water.
Damn.
Let's just throw water on them.
Is there a place that we could get water?
We have water
Our
skins.
water
Yeah.
skins.
I am going to go over to Basil's water skin.
Haha, joke's on you. I saw fire water now.
Joke on you. What?
You pour the water on top of him.
Just try to splash both of them.
Nothing. And it is like about this point you hear a
It's open.
the tent flap opens a little bit. Your stuff.
Thank you. How do we wake them up?
Oh, is my rope still out there?
You want me to wake him?
He's best outs too.
Never mind. I can deal with that for a day.
I mean, I wake.
You can wake.
I can.
Mhm.
What's it worth?
Okay, so I have
I don't really even care about money anyways.
I have
So-
gold in my pocket, so you can just rate it.
No, Onion is actually going to. Let's see, which one is that? Oh yeah, over here. I don't really even care much about money anyways, so Onion's just gonna take it a platinum. Wake them all up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How closely did you look at Basil before you just started pouring water on him? Not really.
Not really.
He takes a second and he let's see. Be right back. And he like walks out and like
I don't need you guys anymore.
he comes back. At this time he's come with like some vials
Smelling salts
and
or lesser restoration potion.
No, he just punches us in the face with salt.
he opens one of the vials and like pulls this. It's sort of like a mashed up leaves in a oily base thing, and it's you can tell when he pulls it out, like it's sticky,
Mhm.
and like he rolls it up a little bit and then like puts it in their like up into their gums.
Oh.
And then he takes another one of the vials and opens it and like pours half of it in one mouth and the other half in another.
Did he put cocaine in our mouths?
No, they put in baking soda and vinegar. 2 volcanoes.
And at this point, they both like sit up, and it is a.
Dave, you want to go shopping?
You have this burning like at the top of your mouth where the liquid, the herbs were, and you instantly want to spit it out.
Yeah.
And as you go to, it does not go. And it
Fuck's my water skin.
and the longer it
Why
sits
is
in
my
your,
water skin empty?
the more it sits in
Got
your
into a bar
mouth,
fight.
like it is the like it's just causing you to salivate, and then it causes the burning to be more and more.
It's a mixture of mint and chili leaves.
And
Watching this
Cold
one, like,
spicy and hot spicy. And the thing with that shit is
Onion is
the receptors on your tongue register each of those differently. and different receptors, so you get to find out what hellfire tastes like.
I want to know what you used to make that, because that is amazing. More so.
You start pouring water in your mouth,
Yeah.
it makes it worse. And this, he holds up 2 vials. And as it hits your, like, as it starts to hit your throat, like, it instantly starts to soothe, and you feel the leaves start to go into your mouth and into your stomach. And, like,
Oh, that's gonna hurt later.
no, it doesn't hurt later.
Hurts now.
It hurts right now as you.
Yeah, let's say.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Right at the dude's feet that's sleeping with the rope.
Bowser wouldn't have remembered the dude, so it's right out.
You better not get out on my rope.
I don't control splatter.
And Junk's just laughing the whole time, and he. First time. Morning.
Morning.
I think I like you.
So,
Hey, you know how I have those that small pouch of like herbs that I've found that help with headaches? Yeah, those are getting used. Split the bag, just hands
I
it to
have-
Dane.
I have, your stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks, Junk.
Yeah.
Pack it in like a dip.
I was told to tell you no fingers for daggers.
No finger wiggling?
Don't do your little.
Oh. Okay.
On bad day, you might die.
No pointy objects for you.
Basically, if you're drunk, don't have weapons. They will kill you because you are dangerous.
Noted.
Which is why I feel perfectly fine not having weapons.
I just packed in like the best Tylenol ever. Like a dip.
Junk looks over at the other guy and he like kicks him and he.
When he wakes up, blame that mess on him.
Did not make you
Oh, I thought you said it made us vomit.
what you have to wake. Ugh. You drink, you sleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put your rope. He's not gonna care anymore.
I go ahead and hand my 50-foot of hemp rope to you. That's clean. Because I don't know if that's not.
Are you gonna get the other 50 foot?
Yeah.
You can pick up the guy's head and like move him like he is just dead to the world.
It's one of those, I don't know if Splatter got on that, so I'd rather I need the clean rope. Just in case.
Junk goes, so I also take you to meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I was told to wake you one way or another.
Sorry.
We keep drinking to selves.
Mm-hmm.
What drinking?
Yes.
Drinking water.
I'm just gonna be wearing my no armor.
We keep coal to selves. No one see coal.
Mm-hmm.
He not here.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
He on watch.
I mean, yeah, coal is extremely valuable. I mean, keeps your fire going for a long time, right?
My headache hurts.
He's gonna need some of that.
You only had enough for you and me.
No, I didn't take. would he have had a hangover? Because there's only the
Yes.
magical effects. He wasn't as drunk as they were.
No, I had a hangover.
He-
No, I meant me.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not from your
from the-
hangover is from the other.
The other stuff. Gotcha.
I was just saying that because my brain can't focus on all this.
Double speed?
Yes.
I don't know what your guys' problem is.
Here, you're gonna need some of this too, apparently.
Oh no.
So,
Turns out what you got was part of the opium that I found.
Woo!
we drink
No.
No.
in morning.
Breakfast.
Yes.
Oh my god, we get real food. Maybe. I hope. Food. Bacon and eggs.
No.
No pig.
Eggs. Please tell me there are chickens.
Maybe chicken egg.
What
Quail egg?
what meat do you have?
Question.
Mm.
It's questionable.
That's always fun.
It could be the Evan Gauntlet members from outside. Should say your hunger. Tastes like pork.
No.
Oh no. Basil doesn't know. To the food. And then the meat.
To wherever we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
No time for food.
Food after meeting.
A drink.
No.
Yeah, I heard that there were some bad experiences from some people who went drinking. I'd rather not go through with that.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend drink.
Does it wake you up?
Do you guys have that coffee?
Sure.
I don't trust the way you said that.
Is it a Tyrian coffee?
It's a white Tyrian.
I was thinking more like Irish coffee.
Sure.
Just please lead the way, John.
Right, drink. And he like walks you to a different tent than than what you went to last night.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting at this white tent are three people with a small kettle, and they look up and they go, "Ah!" First time. John goes, "Drink," and then right. They put the kettle on the fire and like pull a different kettle off of the fire and start making some cups. And
Is it coffee?
they hand you each a small mug of a hot liquid.
Is it brown or black?
It is a brownish color.
I smell it.
It smells a bit acidic.
Does it smell like the wonderful drink I had before?
No.
Damn it.
What is the purpose of this?
Junk like takes one and you drink, and he starts to drink it.
I also hand.
I don't even have a
gold over to-
hangover. I don't know it.
I go ahead and just drink it.
Just drink it. Gulp, gulp.
I also handed gold over to the kettle people.
They okay.
Mm.
So,
Sip.
I spent roughly 2 gold.
How bad does it taste?
It's got a slight acidic taste to it.
Chicory?
After like it sits in your mouth for a second, you get like a little bit of honey. And and then you get like this slight earthy taste.
Herbal
Dirt.
tea.
And as it starts to hit the drunk people's stomachs, like it starts to settle. And those that have headaches and hangovers, it's starting to slowly go away.
Fuck. Wasted my medicinal herbs.
I'm gonna take another sip.
I wasted my headache medicine.
Try to see if I know any of the herbs that are probably in this.
You might be able to pick out a couple of them, but there are some things in there that you have no idea what it is.
That seems like an Earl Grey with a dash of honey and orange zest. And
The other thing is if do you keep drinking it?
I take a third sip.
As you're drinking it, it does start to sort of like you feel a little more peppy. Like it's waking you up more.
Give me a second.
Drink all of it.
Yes.
You gain 1 temporary HP.
Oh dear God, though, that we have a now extremely hyperactive onion.
You gain 1 HP. It does like give you an energy boost. The people that were hungover do not get the HP, as what it does is it alleviates all of your other ailments.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this. This is quite good.
Thank you. This one, and they like start pulling like 12 different jars down and like sets them down, and they.
I'm just going to pull out the plant book and start writing in any of them that they don't recognize.
Well, a lot of them are already powdered.
Well, they're going to be asking like questions like, okay, what is
And
this?
Junk
Where does it
goes, as you start to talk, Junk goes, 3 golders, we got to move. You come back. They trained you.
I did pay gold.
When you say that,
Oh, like I was just being like cheeky.
I will trade you any of the information you want from this book.
Mhm.
It has plants from other worlds.
pulls down a small thing, and then like taps and the plant starts to walk inside.
Like I've seen this before.
Does it look at us and go, "Ah," and then explode?
No.
Looks very similar to this.
It's a mandrake root.
Only this one was literally an onion.
No. When you show that, they pull another one down, tap it, and like explodes, and then after a couple of, they tap it again, and it reforms, and it does it again, and like every time they tap the side of it, it explodes, becomes a powder, and then like
So it's like a fainting goat
yes,
onion.
That apparently has medicinal properties.
I will be back.
they put the jars back up, and it is as they put the jar up when it clinks on the little shelf they have, you get a small pop.
Remember the floating onion I told you about last night? It was that. It was like that. Exactly like that.
Huh.
To the meeting.
Wait. See here. No, you can't be.
Have you
Yeah,
heard
like-
anybody talking
yeah,
like this?
If Crystal was here, we would know.
You can't be. One, he's dead, and two, I would.
We don't know that.
Onion doesn't know that.
As far as Onion knows, like, Crystal's dead.
Crystal's dead.
Junk takes you to the town center, where the mayor's house in its dilapidated state that it is.
Mm-hmm.
And he knocks on the door, and like somebody peeks their head out, and they look up and they go, "You're late." We have 3.
You took us for a drink. You took us for that tea when we were already running late.
Yes, we have 3.
It's too late now.
It's fine.
They open the door, and you recognize the little guy from the last night where he was fetching all of the alcohol,
Crow.
and you're late. It's about to start.
How late are we?
Go.
We run over there.
And like he motions you towards a door, and when you open the door, sitting at a table is Brother Zarek,
Ooh.
a gentleman you don't recognize, the redheaded lady from the night before,
That's Lieutenant.
and there's another person in the same garb as Brother Zarek. And they motion for you to sit,
I do.
and the lieutenant looks over and goes, "It's good for you to join us."
Your retrieval party decided to take us on a detour.
Okay, what junk does, you should tell him you have pressing matters. The man will take you to the other side of the world if he could.
Yeah, butt tracks.
I may need to go there at some point, so. Anyways,
Okay,
Dude, if Lieutenant is bashful.
so Zarek has told us his side. I need to know yours.
About what?
Where do you want to start?
Where would you like to start?
I think my involvement here would be the simplest, considering I just kind of showed up halfway through, I guess.
It's not even halfway. It's like right at the tail end.
Your involvement's the least of our worries, other than the fact that we question where exactly do you come from?
The Masterless Forest.
Crow, get coal. Where's that?
The Feywild. Other
So
planet.
you're telling me that you've changed planes to a place that doesn't like to change planes?
Your story
I
tracks.
guess-
You changed planes to
20 years ago.
material to Liza's, and then Liza's to material again.
Yeah,
You plane hopping ass bitch.
Yeah,
Planeswalker.
I've changed planes at least thrice now.
Right.
Speak much else from an Eladrin.
Who do you know from the Feywild that sent you here.
Do I know the Feywild is what?
That sent you here.
I followed someone because they were the same person that appeared when my brothers appeared, probably some 40-ish years ago. I fell into the pond that is sometimes a portal, and I woke up on a table.
The person in question, did they ask you to come?
Not that I'm aware of.
So you're here on your own volition.
Hear of my own accident, as far as I can tell.
You're a bit impulsive, aren't you?
Do you mind if we cast a spell on you?
Go ahead.
She taps the gentleman that's next to her and like whispers something to him, and he you all have to agree.
Zone of truth.
Yeah.
Fun.
I mean, I can carefully word things. But...
And he does. He casts Zone of Truth.
Cool.
If you want to attempt to make your save, you can,
They gave us forewarning. Like, I will fail.
or you can willingly fail.
Willingly fail. I'll just have to be careful with the way that I say things.
So a normal thing.
Well, so the person that cast it can tell whether you are under the spell or not.
Yes.
So it is since you all willingly took it, he nods, and so where are you from?
The Merciless Forest.
Did anyone tell you to join this group?
Not specifically. I was just kind of picked up by them and Zarek.
Have you been paid to spy on anyone in the last 15 years?
No. I don't really care about money.
Have you willingly spied on anyone in the last 15 years?
No. I've not gotten close enough. The person who sort of led me here, the one that took my brother, I was trying to find him when I ran into you guys. I'd been tracking his pet.
That's right.
I never got close enough to spy on him.
The Hellhopper.
Dude, I hope it's Life Taker. You get fucking vengeance.
So, who wants to spill their story?
I'll go first. And I truthfully tell them everything. Fuck it.
From where?
From Baron. Exactly what we were tasked to do, which was to follow the trail that we were sent, which led directly to this area because of the guy that was captured and questioned. Mentioned the fish from this location, so they already knew how to get here. Did that, did the job, explained the reasoning why, which was the blatant act of terrorism, and I wanted to find out why, who, and if there was justice and meant. Why Chauncey deserved to die. And just being completely truthful all the way forward. That's my reasoning. And I am sitting here unarmored and weaponless.
So, as I see it, you are all technically spying for the Avignon.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Zarek showed that there's actually mercy and truthfulness and honor within here. The Evan Gauntlet is no better than the people that blatantly killed the innocents in Baron.
So you don't mind surrendering your stone?
Oh, that no, here, take it.
She like goes to catch it and sort of bobbles it for a second, and then like,
You would also know exactly who that stone ties to.
and like when she like finally gets a hold of it, like her face like it gets bright red.
And it's bashful!
When she okay. So, and she puts it in a pocket. You're all willing to work for us, then?
As I told Zarek, whatever his goals are the second highest priority for me.
Second highest for me too.
It fully depends. If you're gonna have us do stuff like what happened in Baron, then you can kill me now.
Well, that's fair.
If we save the people who are innocent and know no better, then I don't mind. Direct quoting Zarek again.
Well, it's not. Was it Zarek or does not?
Is there?
Zarek.
Yeah, it's Eric.
Save the people who are innocent and know no better.
So, the question comes: do you want to join them, or do you want to join us?
Oh, like you.
Your choice.
Them being
The Red Dragons? That's what the name was?
You know, the Red Dragon Company.
Red Dragon.
or Zarek.
Was not an option. I thought it was going to be crossed out.
Why do we have to choose?
Well, your choices at this point is to be tried as a spy,
Uh-huh.
to pledge yourself to the Brotherhood,
Mhm.
or join their religion. Seeing as you've openly stated that you were spies, as they're paying us, we get to make some leeway on what to do. Joining the Brotherhood, your past is sort of forgotten.
Mhm.
You start at the low ranks, and maybe one day you can work your way up. If you survive. You can join their religion. God knows where that's going to lead.
So for some more insight. Alright.
Zarek, because he's sitting at the table as well, right?
Yeah.
Is what you offered me still on the table?
Explain.
You offered me a chance to meet your God.
Possibly.
I side with Zarek.
I side with Zarek.
I'll go with Zarek.
Shame. Could have used a few of you. We've lost quite a few in that last battle, but
I am not willing to give up my name. I am not willing to give up my quest.
I seek penance for my past.
your past wouldn't exist. Penance is easily given that way.
It's
But-
personal.
I seek to perhaps make this world easier for those like me. Those who may find themselves lost among humanity.
Oh, the joys that the Brotherhood brings.
I do not want that simply for myself, though.
Is it commonly known that the Red Dragon Company is to the highest bidder? Okay. It's a giant group of mercenaries, and they decide. They are the deciding factor of what side wins a war.
Mm-hmm.
They're the overworld Brigandiar.
Are they very similar to the chain?
What do you mean?
Like, if I remember, I'm trying to remember because it's been a year or so since I've watched that. But that mercenary, they were kind of a mercenary group and
Yes.
stuff like that. So.
Darlaxle's house from Legends of Drizzt.
I think I got that far.
It was in book one.
No, his house. His house is they're a typical house. You're thinking of oh wait,
Darlaxle's Brigandiarth.
that's not his house. That's his that is his company.
His his mercenary company.
Yeah, because Burgundy Earth is
It's an all-male group.
right. It's also they're all outcasts.
Yeah.
So they can't be a house because they also don't have a matron mother.
I don't know. Darlaxle's. He can get it.
But yeah, it that would be another good example of
Okay.
what the type of company that the Red Dragon Company is.
I'm still siding with Zarek regardless.
I'm not
And if
really
this
sure
is
what
where
any of that
Battle needs to
means
dip out of
because
the
I don't know lore.
campaign.
So I'm just gonna listen and be like, yeah.
Well, none of that was in World War, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you join us, there is never going to be a chance that you go back.
Of course, if you join them, you won't go back to college either.
Mm-hmm.
And
No,
if you
but
get tried as a spy, you
we're able to
probably
teach you.
won't.
Well, I'll be paying my own way anyways.
But you wouldn't be able to probably find your sister.
Mm-mm. I was planning on leaving anyways to find her.
And if you forget your past, you forget your sister.
Mm-hmm.
If you forget your past, you forget your brother. If you forget your past, you forget, well, your name and your sister.
Oh, no.
Everybody has siblings.
Mm-hmm.
I like an only child.
Okay, Kyle.
So
I'll have a little brother.
Mm-hmm.
at this point, I guess it's up to Zarek and your group to decide what happens to them. We'd have much rather your pardon go with us, but oh well. Do you need us here as translators or as safety? And Zarek, no.
Let's say, who's she asking?
Yeah.
Talking to us, man.
I mean, Zarek knows more languages than all of us combined, so.
Mm-hmm.
Then
We share common languages with each other.
we will be outside if you need us, okay? And he makes a motion, and she stands up, like everybody that's in the Red Dragon Company all stands up and like walks out.
As she's leaving, I'm going to pull a leaf out and druid craft a red flower.
And as they all stand up, I stand just respectfully as well.
What's the red flower for?
Are you gonna make a blush again?
Basically, she's red. So it's just like it's sort of as a
The
thank.
face,
It's
the armor, and now a flower.
it's meant sort of as a backhanded compliment. Thank you.
She
Thank you, with spite.
she looks at it and she nothing.
No, thank you. My favorite color's blue.
It withers.
I'm just standing respectfully because they all stood.
And she motions and they all walk out. They shut the door
And time for Zarek to kill us all. As I sit back down.
and the other one sitting next to Zarek. You must show your devotion.
How?
Penance is found in many ways. Are you willing to break all of your beliefs?
Are you?
I'm letting other people think, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I don't know, man.
I gave my only concern, and if that's taken, they might as well just kill Basil now.
I echo what Basil had said. As long as we were protecting people.
Mm-hmm.
As long as what we do does not harm innocents and people who know better.
Currently, for you, your choice is to try to gain penance. There are many ways to do it.
Go, yoink, yoink.
But it also depends on what your overlying goals are.
My goals are twofold. To make this a better place for people like me, and to find my sibling and return them.
Our God could probably help you find your sibling.
What about the other part?
Making the place better. Depends on what you view as better.
I view that everyone should be looked at as equal. No
Oh,
matter
yeah.
what race they are
Uh,
or gender.
race, gender,
Magical status.
Mm-hmm.
those are all no ways to determine equality.
All people are equal, but some are more equal than others. Such a fucked book.
We're never going to all be equal.
I do not desire absolute equality.
I
I
just want,
desire for it to be better
I just want people to treat each
for
other
those
with
who are
respect.
currently oppressed by.
Like the slaves, for instance, they don't deserve that.
No, they don't. Neither do the dwarves
Mhm.
or the elves.
Mhm.
Or, as it's called, the tieflings.
They especially
Really?
don't deserve that.
Well, let's say, would we have heard of them?
What now?
Because aren't they supposed to only be on the other continent?
A what now?
So about the only
They're
person
kill
that
on
might
sight.
know them is somebody from the college or
Or
One of those.
authority or law?
I mean,
yeah,
Well, I mean,
the Dame.
Tieflings are kill on sight.
no, like authorities wouldn't know. It
Oh.
would definitely be a college.
Oh, okay.
The Damon Fae are a thing in the Feylands. So
Right.
I thought it was law for tieflings to be kill on sight.
They are.
well, for them in Gauntlet.
Okay. Sorry, I thought that was.
Keep in mind that the college keeps up with a lot of stuff,
Mhm.
and it is the like,
I
oh
thought it was a common law.
no,
Okay.
it's a
Magocracy.
yeah.
Okay.
A secret cabal of Magocracy, kind of.
Honestly, I don't think the college is that great. I just want there to get better at magic.
Well, that's the thing, is I would like to bring justice. This may be the best way of doing it.
Justice for what?
Well, first off, my sister's killer.
That we could find. The justice for the things that happened to your people in Farron. That's a bit hard.
Just want to make sure my sister's alive, bro.
I guess that's the question. I know Zarek sort of answered that, but is that a common thing?
That people misconstrue what's been said?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You have it even today amongst. And that's also why we don't see any dwarves on this continent, or any elves, or anything else other than humans.
What?
You take one little thing and misconstrue it, and if you become the one that writes the laws, you push it through. Even if others look at it as it's wrong, well, they get punished too. Eventually, you ignore the punishment because you don't want to be punished. So, will there be people that misconstrue what our God says? Yes. Can we stop them? We will try. Do we know where they are? No.
I imagine hiding from you would have been one of the first things they did.
It's also when reaching about the new god, some learn a little of what they wanted and walk away from the rest of it. They hear what they want to hear. And then they go out and preach that.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
This is very meta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This
Thanks. That gives me at least a little bit of reassurance.
So, how do you want to repent?
It's a common way to repent.
Mm-hmm.
You want to meet our God.
Yes. That way I don't have any misconstructions of their orders. They can't be misconstrued to me. We don't have a opportunity like Baron to happen again.
Easy repentance. You either survive it or not. Make the pilgrimage.
And what does the pilgrimage consist of?
Going out into the wastes.
Mm.
You pick up pretty quickly.
Keep an eye out on things.
Stepping across the border. It's not safe. The boogeyman will not instantly kill you. But there are things in the waste that will. There are things in the waste that are more different than we can fully describe.
Warped by the magic.
Warped by magic, warped by lots of things.
How long is this pilgrimage usually lasting?
Well, if the stories from the waste are true, once we get there, it could be anywhere from a week to 20 years.
Mm.
There's been people that walk in and they come out a day later and they look like they've aged half a century.
Oh wow.
It's like a mini Feywild.
Those are the rumors that Basil would have heard. And the stories and legends and shit like that.
20 years doesn't sound too bad.
For you.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been a name given of this? What this religion is? Okay.
It's not the Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Two questions.
Yes.
Heard rumors, but since people have gone on pilgrimages and come back. Shit, no English just kicked in there. So.
Haha, you got Trey bucketed.
Yeah, no. In Middle English, pilgrimages is pilgrimages. But is magic worse?
Depends. There's pockets of oddities.
Second question. It's two-parter. What is your group officially called? Or what do you call yourselves?
Currently, it's easier to just call us the new religion. We don't like it, but it makes it easy when everybody starts questioning a new god.
The people with the voice of Zarek of a god.
Well, that was going to be my other question is, what's his name? Or, besides just calling him the new god. Imagine he gets tired of that too.
I'm sure she does.
She.
That's why I started saying they. Because I just remembered, like, we've never heard gendered.
She?
Well, my theory just got kicked in the balls.
Necessarily. Time
Wait.
to construe things.
Well, I was thinking that it was the brother that was killed in the war. Which is where and how the wastes got started.
Fucking prophecy.
What?
Fucking prophecy.
I don't remember it.
I do know in the villa of Ormond there stands a solitary candle. In the center of it all is her eyes.
Cool.
On the day of execution, only women kneel and smile, and at the center of it all is your eyes.
I just want to know more about herbology for my own repentance.
Can you spell her pronouns correctly, please?
All I really want to know is how to cure a fucking disease. without needing magic.
Or without worrying about a side effect.
That especially.
So, do you plan your pilgrimage?
Is there anything we need to know about the pilgrimage?
Do you plan to go alone, or do you want to go with a group?
Group? I mean, we could always escort the group. Kind of a 2-for-1 kind of
I,
thing.
I don't know if they're really gonna like that, considering what we told them. What I told them.
No.
Tell them the truth. We escorted him and we protected him. Jared can testify that one.
I do have one question.
Yes.
My particular group of Eladrins has heavy ties to necromancy. What is your god's views on the undead?
Should be eradicated once. Death to all. Thing.
Necromancy has its place in the world. It's a required thing. Without it, there's imbalance.
They fucking get it.
Mm-hmm.
Balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the best answer that could have been given.
They stay.
For those that are interested, our god is wanting to bring balance to magic. Hence why those that are touched properly and treated properly do not need to worry about the misguidance that is this continent.
Is that found at the end of this pilgrimage?
Sometimes.
It's definitely worth pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the only way to find it.
If
This is just out of my own curiosity. Like I do plan on the pilgrimage.
If our God chooses to give it to you without you making the pilgrimage, maybe, but they've not reached out to you yet. And if they wanted to just give it to you,
I was just curious how it worked.
they probably would have already been in contact.
Mm-hmm.
That is the question. Is there a guided path? There have been pilgrimages before that is a general. Or is it one of these where we just look for a sign?
A little of both. There are paths, and then there will be forks, and then it is your choice.
To choose which fork to take.
Technically, we've just gone down a fork.
Yeah.
This way.
Sorry, there was that fork, and then we went that way, and then that way had a fork, so we
Yes,
kept going
yes.
this way.
Yes, the king there's
This is a weird.
There are
fucking
some
trigger.
that never finish the pilgrimage. Some give up early. Some that never return. It's your choice. You can also join the company.
Is it weird that the pilgrimage sounds less depressing?
Give up. Sibling, I will not give up my name. If you join the company, I will not join you.
I'm with Honey on that.
Mm-hmm.
I have personal reasons that I can't just leave in the past.
Pilgrimage is
Then-
less depressing, I agree.
I guess You need to prepare yourselves.
We also need to get our shit from them.
Well,
Good shit.
we got it.
I need my arrow. You need your incense and brass brazier. And charcoal. Herbs.
Yes, I need my dragon neck.
We definitely need to stock up.
We paid for it. And I need arrows.
Anything that was previously set up, I'm sure is still in play. So,
Need to prepare.
if you have any questions, come and find.
I do have a question. Do you personal relations with a woman named Fritz?
Fritz. Miss Fritz.
She's the woman I mentioned that guided us towards the cabin at the lake that the river follows back this way.
The elf, no.
I do want to find out if she's okay.
Do you know if the people that did attack her and us at the time were part of your group or the radicals?
Neither.
The whole other branch. Cool.
From what you were telling me, she knew them, which is not us.
Ah. Thank you. Time to get ready.
Yay.
No, I don't actually. Do you have means of going to other cities to buy supplies for? Actually, what do we call this township?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think I wrote it down.
We weren't personally told.
It was meta,
Mhm.
if I remember correctly.
And because we weren't told, I did not remember.
Mhm.
I forced myself to forget, which is something that most of the time happens on accident.
What?
Articles, Tyria.
That's all.
Hey, motivations page. Not a local hero. Descriptions.
Aruna.
Aruna?
Do you have ways of buying supplies from other areas for?
What's for?
First step is repair and rebuilding.
We will do that.
I offer 200 gold to help buy. We helped put up the walls. I'd like to see them repaired, so something like this doesn't happen again.
It might. They consider us a blight.
Speaking of, is that them parked over there?
Yes.
Awesome.
But I do actually like pull out 200 gold and leave it on the table.
With the fact that we have the company here, they're less likely to attack.
Mhm.
If I'm remembering correctly, when we were escorting Zarek was the first time we saw the base, right? It wasn't when we were coming to.
No, when we were heading towards Mudbark, we saw the edges of the waste.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was meaning. is-
Yeah.
I was trying to remember it wasn't that towards where they are parked.
No.
Okay.
So, you have dealings with the company. You
Remove 200 gold.
are providing us with a means to barter. It's a good step in the right direction.
I don't figure that much, but
There are innocent people here.
There are innocent people everywhere. There are people that don't know what's good for them and what's not.
Those who have done no wrong don't deserve what the other gauntlet has done. What happened at Farron, any of that.
So, if I remember correctly, you said that you were in debt.
yes.
Do you think you can afford not to be in debt?
I'm gonna be in debt for quite a while, so 100 isn't really gonna be putting me back.
Fair enough.
I've still kept some.
How much did she say? 5,000?
Well, I don't owe 5,000 anymore. It's a little less. But when we say a little less, we mean literally a little less.
Sadly speaking, 100 isn't going to make a dent in your debt.
Yeah.
Which sucks because that works exactly like the credit card system. Oh, you owe $3,000 and you paid us 100. Too
Oh,
bad your interest rate is
correction.
175.
I owed her 6,000, and I now only owe her 5,200.
Oh,
So again, 100 is not really putting much of a dent in that.
fair.
I mean, who knows? We might be lucky enough out in the way south. Need what I need.
What color are their robes?
They're red.
Red. Okay. Like any accent colors or just red?
So, the new religion's robes are like it's like a almost like a blood red.
Your favorite color?
If there's any like accent, it would be like a like even darker, going down like any piping or anything like that.
Then Onion is going to make a flower that is a deep red with black accent.
Black tipped rose. I just like giving flowers away.
I say thanks for what you are doing.
We are doing nothing. Zerk was informed to let you make a choice.
No, I'm not talking about for me.
What we do is what our God has commanded.
And I agree with what your God has commanded, from what I understand.
I hope that the God smiles on you as you make your pilgrimage. They, as you stand, they nod, and the one whispers to Zarek for a little bit, and as you walk out, the redheaded lady. Okay, so you'll meet with Junk. He should have everything in a way for you.
Is it possible to continue to purchase some supplies?
If we have them and can afford to let them go, yes.
It occurred to me that I'm going to need some arrows.
Same.
Same. I gotta restock, yo. After I've been doing tracking and I'm down to like 3.
Why don't you just magic some arrows? Oh wait.
Ask Junk, and he will lead you where you need to go.
You have your backup.
No.
Thank you. Your name.
I'm the lieutenant.
Thank
It wouldn't have to be bashful, would it?
you. I don't know. The nickname seemed to have personality traits. You're awfully bashful. And that was not. I'm trying to show respect. Thank you, Lieutenant.
And when you start to turn, she opens the door and goes in. As you get outside of the actual, so like I said, there was an office inside.
Mhm.
As you walk outside of the actual building, Junk is sitting there, and he. So we drink.
No.
Oh,
No.
Junk, I like you. You're a
Look, it
great
is
person.
10 in the morning.
I don't trust anything you want me to drink.
I give you good drink.
Yes, and I trust the people who made that.
We drink.
what's the saying? Drinks.
We pick up supplies.
Supplies. Let's drink.
We pick up supplies and then we have a pilgrimage we have to go on.
Then drink before pilgrimage. 41st.
It may be best that we head out.
This man's charisma is like a 10, but his persuasion is a 30.
It may be best.
Let's say bye, right? Bye, good way. Drink, drink. Then go.
I'll buy you a drink. As we say bye. I won't be drinking with.
No, no. You must have good go away.
We have to be able to leave the next day.
Yes, yes. We drink. You leave.
I couldn't get up this fucking morning without you giving me some weird concoction.
She was good.
You still leave. You still up. We drink.
Late.
Pilgrimage. Then no time.
I believe I was told to say pressing matters.
Pressing matters. So, I get your stuff, we drink, you leave. It all works. It be pressing.
Is there anybody else here that
Nope.
in any way associated with this conversation?
No, there are people that are sort of chuckling and watching it, but
You twisted my. Actually, here, grab my arm right quick and just go like that. Just do that.
we know Red Barn you.
Oh, because you were just twisting my arm so well.
I don't have to twist arm, I twist head.
Oh yes.
Sounds great.
We drink.
First, supplies.
Yes.
First, magic supplies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're my stuff.
Yes.
And at this, we will pick up next week.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean, unless you don't mind starting a little later.
It'll probably be 2 weeks then. I don't mind starting later, but it's one of those if we start late, I for whatever reason my brain does this 3-hour trug, and I have to stop myself from doing that 3-hour trug, and I don't know what it is that oh, 3 hours has gone by. Now I need to stop, and I'm like, oh shit, we started at 7:30, so now it's 10:45 because that's the 3-hour trug.
I was late too.
Yeah. So that's where I'm I don't want to.
Yeah.
And when I plan for things, the way that I always try to plan, I always try to plan. You guys don't always give me those 3 hours, but I try to plan a 3-hour
Yeah.
session.
So yeah, that'll work.
So 2 weeks from now.
Apologies.
Oh, no problem, man. Things happen. I mean,
Coaching happens.
yeah, like last week I had to cancel.
Right.
And then the week before that we did Tokyo Treats.
I was sick.
Yeah. You know how many people were actually asking for you?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, there were a lot of
No.
people asking, "Where's Graxel? We want him to suffer."
Fuck you, Corb.
Well, it wasn't always Corb.
Mostly Corb.
But I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching tonight. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you guys so much. It comes out every Saturday on YouTube, and every Thursday we do our live stream of this on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with us. We will be back in 2 weeks to do more D&D. You know what to do if you've enjoyed this. I'm Shinigami Tabris. Hope you have a wonderful day or wonderful night wherever you are. And until next time, everyone, peace.